Hey! And of course, the festivities are just over. Last weekend with Hari Raya. Have you been, talking to your families and friends online, getting the chance to get in touch with your loved ones while abiding to the circuit breaker measures? Now, if you have been doing so, thank you once again for coming back to Wot'cha Cooking. This episode, we're going to have more exciting flavors, more great taste coming right up. Now, this time around, we're not going to have unique guests come on board, but we have someone who have just joined us in the team for the very first day of work. But because we can't go to work, right, it's still circuit breaker. So we're going to bring this person on set to be a part of the show and, of course, experience easy ways of cooking right here with us. So remember to like, share, and comment. And right now, we're going to take the chance to invite our student dietitian from the Singapore Sport Institute to join us. This is Freida Lin. Come on. Hey. Excited? Mm-hmm. Nervous?
Yes.
First time on the program?
Yes.
So you are an athlete yourself. You do train, you do get involved in some exercises. I want to touch on that in a short while's time. But today, Ricco had a request that I was a little bit sad about. You know why? No, you just laugh. She don't know, she just laugh. All right, because a couple episodes ago, he gave me this new apron. He said that I'm upgraded to SSI level. And then a few episodes later, he said, maybe I'm not there yet. That's why you're here in the team, So, as a new member with the Singapore Sport Institute team of dietitians, we are giving you and handing over that apron. All right?
Thank you.
And you get to put this on while I take back he's the chef for this episode, yeah? I like it already. It's been a long time since I have someone that see eye to eye with me on the episode, And of course, today we have Freida in the house. Freida, tell our viewers over here a little bit about yourself. You're supposed to be studying overseas. You came back. What are the reasons and why?
I studied at the University of Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Where's that? You cannot expect people to know. I mean, geography fail one.
It's in Georgia, in the US.
It's in the US.
It's in the southeast part of the US.
Okay.
So I studied at the University of Georgia, and I came back around end of March because of the COVID-19 situation, and all my classes went online. So I had actually just finished my finals last week.
So originally you were supposed to still be studying in Georgia, but because they have converted everything online, so you decided to come back and be with family? Is that the decision? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I also know that a couple of months before that you were back in Singapore for competitions, right?
Yeah, in December I actually came back for the SEA Games.
Oh.
So I've only gone back to the US for like 3 months before I got to come back to Singapore to meet my family. So
basically, I think at the phase when you started coming back, many of the viewers probably are aware, was at the point where there were new measures setting in. Was there difficulties coming back to Singapore at that point in time? Were you worried that I'm going to get stuck? And if you didn't come back on time, you're really going to get stuck, right?
Actually, funny story. My mom actually managed to get... My mom and my sister had come to the US to spend some time with me. Actually, they were planning to come because I had a competition before it got cancelled due to COVID, but they were in the US with me, and my mom actually managed to get the last flight back the day before they started sending people straight to the hotels. So I was able to do my SHN at home. Oh,
so you were basically having your 14 days quarantine at home, and then so after more and more stringent measures actually were in place.
So we came back just before like the stringent measures
started. So I think lucky in a way, but also necessary on certain measures because we weren't able to predict the situation then, and look at how much things have changed, right? But it's a good thing. It's your day one on the Singapore Sport Institute dietitian team. Anything you want to share with the viewers out there, while you're on this episode today?
I guess I'm just excited to be able to continue with my internship during this situation, and I'm excited to learn from the best.
So it's your first time on the program. Nervous?
Yes.
Excited? And it's also your first day of work.
Yes, it
Usually we don't introduce your colleagues and bosses this way, but today, all right, we're going to take the chance for you to meet your boss in person over here. As I get the ingredients ready, let's invite Dr. Ricco Sng.
Hi, Freida.
Hey, Ricco.
Did he say boss? It's not boss, it's Ricco. Ricco la. Ricco la. I've always wanted to do that. Yeah, good to have you on board,
Good
Freida.
to be here.
You excited? Okay, we're going to quickly wash our hands, and then we're going to get into some really nice food. Sound good? Okay. Okay, Freida, is there anything that you don't eat?
No, I think I eat
You're
everything.
not fussy?
No.
Okay, today I brought some salmon. The theme of today is glaze, right? Ben's looking a little bit tired. He's looking a little glazed in the eyes. It's not what I mean, right? I love hoisin sauce. It is, it's sweet, it's spicy. It's like one of those flavors that just kind of wants to come out and give you a big hug, right? So we're going to glaze some salmon off with a bit of hoisin sauce. I love hoisin sauce. It's sweet and spicy, and it's one of those flavors that just kind of comes out and gives you a big hug. Yeah. So we're going to do a nice hoisin glazed salmon, and we're going to serve that with some little curly whirly vegetables and a little bit of citrus. Yeah. Okay. Sound okay? All right. First thing we're going to do is get a little bit arty. All right. I don't normally do that on the show, but this is just so easy and such a fun little trick. Let's give you a knife, very sharp. I'm going to give you a vegetable peeler too. All right, now I've got some spring onions. So happy spring onions are back in Singapore. There were a few weeks where I couldn't get spring onions, and I was using all different types of things, but we have some beautiful spring onions here, and we're going to do this with some carrots as well. Okay, I washed these before, so I'll give you a spring onion. All right, so all we need to do, you follow me, right? We're just going to cut the bottom off above the root, okay, and we just put that to one side, and then we just trim the top. Very good. Okay, and then we can trim again. Yeah. Now we're going to get each one and we're going to cut it into 4. So I just start about 1 centimetre from the bottom, and I just run the knife up the middle. And it cuts so easily. Good. And then I just turn it 90 degrees. And I do the same again. Okay. And it kind of makes like a little bit of a flower. Yeah. So what we're going to do is actually plunge that in a minute in really icy cold water. And it crisps up the vegetable, and it makes it tighten up and go really curly. Yeah. So we can just keep doing that with the rest of the spring onions. It will only take us a minute. And we'll make our little vegetable flowers. So each of these you can kind of do the same with each of these little branches that are left over. Waste not, want not. Just give it a few slices. Just do it anyhow one. Just like that. Freida, you don't have much of an American accent.
Really?
No, not too bad.
I think this is a little long.
Yeah, it's good. It's okay. Yeah. Now, Freida, can you put some water in that for me? And I'll get some ice, and we'll start that icing.
Should I cover it? Or
Yeah, you can fill it up. Put a few ice cubes in there, and we'll make it really cold.
Why are we putting the ice in here?
Because we want the water really, really cold, and that just sort of sets the vegetable, and it kind of makes it all go all twisty and curly, and it makes it stay in that shape as well. So then when we take it out, it's almost like a garnish. We eat with our eyes, don't we? Yeah, so it winds up being a really small salad, but a really pretty looking salad. All right, now we're going to take a carrot each, and I want you to take a vegetable peeler. Now we did this in an earlier show, and I just did big carrot ribbons really, and if you can get 3 or 4 good ones like that, that's cool. All right, so if you take that one, and if you and you just curl it up, you can just curl it around your finger like that, and you've kind of got a bit of a ring. And if you take a toothpick,
Thank you.
and you're just going to secure, just be careful of your fingers, but just secure it from the inside out, just like that, and it will hold it together. There you go. And we can just plunge that into the ice as well. Get it under the water. Well, yours has got a tail. All right, we'll do another one. We'll do another 1 or 2 each. So we'll just curl this up really nice and tight, Freida. Almost like you tumbling through the air from a 10-meter block. With your diving, what's your specialty? Because there's different heights of boards, right?
I'm the best. Well, I guess I'm a tower
Yes,
specialist.
you're the best. We know that.
I did springboard, both springboard and tower when I was in the US, but now that my eligibility is over,
Right.
I'm focusing more on tower for the Olympic qualifications.
Tower, and when you say tower, how tall is that tower?
10 meters.
10 meters. And so in a training session, right, how many times would you climb up and down that thing to jump off it or fall off it or tumble off it?
Because it's such a high impact sport,
Yeah.
we don't do too many dives on the 10 meter itself. So typically in a day that I do 10 meters, I jump off the 10 meters maybe anywhere between 7 to 15 times.
Yeah. Because like from 10 meters, you're hitting that water very hard. Everyone thinks, oh, it's just soft water, but actually it's like concrete at that speed, right? And it really beats you up. Yeah. I think that's something that people really underestimate is the physicality of diving. I mean, you have to be very nimble and I mean, were you a gymnast when you were young?
I did do gymnastics for a short period of time, but I was a swimmer.
Oh, you were a swimmer? Ah, okay. I know a lot of divers have a gymnastics background, and I mean,
most of my
you need to learn it, because of all the piking and the turning and things like that. Ah, all right, very good. Last one in the water, Freida. This is really a tailor-made show for you because we're going to cook some salmon now, which is loaded with omega-3 fats. You know all about those, anti-inflammatory. So when you're tumbling from 10 meters and hitting the water all the time, right, you can really heal your body afterwards. Yeah. So let's turn some heat on the pan, Freida. Top dial about 3/4 of the way around.
Okay.
That's great. And a little bit of olive oil in the pan for me. A splash of olive oil, if you can. And we'll let that get up to heat. And then we're just going to put our salmon in there, skin side down, so it goes nice and crispy. And just let that cook. Great. So let's cut this in half. I like cooking salmon, like cutting salmon like this, down the middle. So let's put this in the pan. All right, beautiful pink salmon. Pink because it is loaded with astaxanthin, which is a wonderful antioxidant as well. Yeah, skin side down.
Why do you put the skin side down?
Oh, it just makes it go really nice and crispy. Yeah. I very rarely turn salmon. I just let it cook from the bottom up. Yeah. We could put a lid on that actually.
Do you think that's enough for Ben?
I think it's okay. It's probably around about 150, 180 grams. I'm trying to get him a little bit leaner. Yeah, so it is actually perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, lid on. That kind of turns it into a bit of an oven now as well. So the convection, the heat is going to kind of roll up over the top, bounce off the lid, and push down on the salmon.
That's how I
and
make
cook
my
it.
eggs, my fried eggs.
Yeah, it's so good. So we don't need to turn it. So that's happening. We should make a little glaze now because it is the theme of the day, right? Yeah. So you can do this for me, Freida. Little bowl. Hoisin sauce. Oh, I just love it. You smell that? So nice, eh? Spicy, sweet.
Can I have a
Just
spoon?
wants to give you a big hug. You can have a spoon.
Thank
All
you.
right. Now, let's go, say, 3 teaspoons of that. Good. This is a great sauce. You don't even need to cook it. You can just have it as a dip or a condiment even. But we're going to loosen it up because it's quite thick and sticky, isn't it? Yeah, so we're going to loosen it up with a little bit of balsamic olive oil. Just a little splash. Not too much. Just a little. Yeah, that's good. Now if you give that a little mix. Nice. And now it's time to be an artist, right? And we're just going to paint the top of that salmon with the sauce. Oh yeah, that's cooking nicely. That skin's getting nice and crispy. I can see the fish is starting to cook from the bottom up now. So a little bit of glaze on the top. Great. I try not to put the sauce in the bottom of the pan because it will burn a little bit. Yeah, that's looking good. This doesn't take very long, about 5 minutes, skin side down. Great, looking good. Freida, we can turn the heat down on the pan a little bit. I can see a little bit of smoke coming off. Olive oil.
So like 4?
Yeah, that sounds good. Olive oil has a very low smoking point.
Should I cover it that?
Yeah. All right, great job. Next thing we're going to do is slice some orange. Now some people peel the orange, but I just keep the skin on because it kind of keeps it intact and it looks nice. And we're just going to put this on the bottom of the plate.
Okay,
Freida,
so this is mostly for presentation.
Yeah. Oh, but you know what? Orange and citrus goes together really nicely with fish. Yeah, particularly with salmon, because salmon's quite a oily, rich fish, and the citrus just kind of, the acidity cuts the oil. Yeah, and it kind of works in the palate as well. Yeah, and it looks really pretty on the plate. Yeah, all right. Okay, we go like that. Can you check the salmon for me, Freida? It's had about 5 minutes. Oh yeah, look, that's cooked.
Shall I turn it down?
Yep, you can turn that off. Slide the pan across. Yeah, take it off the heat. You can leave the lid off now. Perfect. All right, very good. Okay, now let's have a look at our curly whirly veggies. Look how that one's curled up. Yeah. See, it's gone quite tight now. Yeah, so we're going to put that on top. So let's get our fish out. Now, decision time, Freida. Which piece of fish do you want?
For me?
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, you do. Sorry, Ben. All right. So all I do is salmon on top, like that. Let's get some curly whirly veggies out.
Should I take out the carrots as well?
Yeah, and take the carrots out, and I'll show you a little trick. If you just remove the stick now, right, and it will be quite tight, and you kind of give a little bit of a pull, like a curl like that, and it kind of holds its curl.
I'm guessing this is not like a typical day of my internship. So besides this, what do you think I'll be doing during this time?
Well, you know what, I mean, at the moment we're all working from home, so we're going to give you some projects to do. I'd love you to do some presenting, actually. Yeah, and you can use that as an opportunity to explain to people through a virtual world and translate for them a little bit of nutritional science into behavior and habit and how to apply the science.
Yeah, actually Leanne was talking to me about creating a video about weight maintenance during this time when we're at home.
Yep.
So I'm thinking about a video for that.
Yep. You know what? You can record that, and we'll send it to Ben. Yeah.
Okay.
And he can watch that. Yeah. No, because he's working on that, Freida. Yeah. Ben. Right. And then that looks quite pretty, doesn't it? And what you can actually do is put a little bit of this glaze just on the top as well, just to finish.
Oh.
You're doing culinary
science and nutrition.
Science as well. Yes. So this is very culinary. All right. What do you think? Looks nice, eh? Yeah. Now, if you were having like a low carb day, you can skip the rice, or you can really bulk this up with a side of rice as well. Here you go, Freida. Here's your Hoisen glazed salmon with citrus and curly whirly veggies. Enjoy your anti-inflammatory, astaxanthin, antioxidant, protein power, salmon, citrus. So you've got yours, Freida. We'll just put a little bit of curly whirly veggie on top of Ben's, just like that. When Ben comes back to join us, he can have his salmon in the pan. Freida, you've got yours, lovely plated up, just fantastic.
Thank you so much.
And we'll see you after the break.
Hey! Today is the first day of your work. You never respect the elderly over here. Huh? You eat before I come in. Huh?
Elderly.
Yeah, of course, but you forgot to greet the people in the program. So welcome back to Wot'cha Cooking. Hey, why you never say Wot'cha Cooking? You're very nervous. I see the problem with having
What's
people
I say?
on the first. What say?
Okay.
Wot'cha?
Cooking.
Ah, sorry. But the problem now is about not the cooking.
Oh.
It's about what you're eating.
Oh, Ricco and I made pan-fried salmon with a hoisin glaze and curly-whirly veggies.
Okay, what is a hoisin glaze?
It's what we put in the glaze was just hoisin sauce and some red wine vinegar.
What
and
is hoisin sauce? In Chinese, it's 海鲜汁, seafood sauce. Hoisin sauce is actually, I think, a Cantonese version of the title, and then it became the name of the sauce. And then, still you're eating alone, you haven't offered me my share. I've been giving you a chance to, show respect.
Oh yeah, we made one for you too. This is yours.
And it's not plated somehow. So what, you expect me to eat from the pan, what, fresh from the... Okay,
Yeah.
come, bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Let's try. So you cooked both of these dishes.
Ricco
It
and
looks
I cooked
nice.
it
I'm gonna
together.
try it. And what's this? For me to play the... It doesn't
Curly
twirl.
whirly veggies.
It doesn't twirl, huh? Okay, so what vegetable do you all use for this dish? Ooh.
We use some carrots and
Wow.
spring onions.
It's really very moist and tender from what I'm seeing. I'm just gonna give it a quick taste. Oh, it melts in your mouth. You feel it? It's like the moment you place it right in, it goes. I don't know why there's orange, mine don't have lah.
Is it good?
It's good. It's delicious. The orange is mostly just for presentation,
Oh,
but
presentation.
he said that the citrus brings out the flavor in the salmon, I guess.
So do you squeeze the sauce juice over it?
Not really.
Ben, stop eating.
I stopped already, but she's still eating.
Freida, stop eating.
It's not eating show. Okay, I'm gonna just place the dishes on the side, put my phone right in, I'm gonna help you along, pass it to me, I'm gonna place it on the side for you. Freida, I'm sorry, I just laughed. You're still eating. Now this is your first day on job and on show, right? And every single round we actually have a challenge that goes on. It's just a surprise challenge, so this is what Ricco likes to do. Give us a little bit of a miss you note over here. And this is where we're going to have the challenge for today. I'm a bit at a disadvantage because you're a dietitian, right? Which means, do you often cook?
Yeah. When I'm in college, I cook for myself, but
Okay.
it's mostly easy things like sandwiches.
So one thing you do
Eggs.
not know about the program, if you haven't watched the last week episode, and of course you must go back and watch, all right, is that I'm an expert in plating. How Ricco, right?
Not bad. Ben, today it's not a plating challenge. It's a speed challenge. It's mug muffins, decadent rich. Only takes 2.5 minutes. It's a race. Go!
2.5 minutes, go! I start already. You're still standing down there. Okay, so bowl, spoon, fork. Okay, so it started already. We have what? Grease a teacup in oil. Whisk in the bowl, 50 ml oil, 1 tablespoon jam, 75 ml cream. Less add. Less. Less what?
Egg.
Less egg.
1 egg.
Oh, 1 egg. Hey, oi. Less egg.
Ben,
no
this
egg
is
for
a
you.
race.
Okay. Wait. How do you grease the cup? Where's the cup? Which cup? This cup. This is the cup.
That looks like a cup.
Hey, you slow down. You slow down. Oh, this competition, you have to be very relaxed.
I can't open.
Oh,
Don't
Freida's
worry,
got a hiccup.
I'm not going to help
Open.
you. I'm not going to help you. You take your time. How do you grease a cup? There's no brush. Oh, you managed to open it? Wait. Pass me first. Don't pause first. Don't pause. Put here. Put it here.
Keep going, Freida. Good.
She don't want to
Competitive spirit.
grease the cup. Never mind.
I eyeballed everything.
You eyeball everything. I know. I paint slowly. When you cannot win, then you relax lah. Go ahead. Whisk in the bowl. 50 ml. Is this 50 ml?
Hey.
Is this 50 ml?
Yeah, that's
Sure or
good.
not? Is this 50 ml?
I can't see.
That's good.
Okay. I
About
would
there?
go with it.
Okay, 1 tablespoon jam. Where's tablespoon? Okay. 75 ml
Can I take
cream.
my tablespoon?
How many ml is this container?
Self-raising.
How many ml is this container?
I don't know. I guesstimate.
300 ml, 1/3.
I think I put too much like of the liquids.
All right, and then we have 1 egg inside, is it?
Yeah. Oh.
Ha! I was trying to do
Not
good.
bad.
I crushed the entire
I
egg.
see that.
And then
Oh.
whisk
Flour.
add 1 tablespoon of. Do you know what song self-raising flour reminds you of? You know which
No.
singer it reminds you of?
No.
Josh Groban. You raise me up.
It is almond flour, but this is ground almond.
It's the same.
That will
it's
be
the same.
fine.
Okay.
Self-raising flour, 3 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon. 2 tablespoon.
Hey.
3 tablespoon. Correct. 4 tablespoon of almond flour. Where's almond? Oh, this almond. 4, so much. 1, 2, 3, 4. A pinch of salt. Where's the salt? On this side. 1 pinch. Okay, so mix it. How is the texture supposed to be like? Is it like this? Is it very thick? Is mine too
Yeah,
thick? Mine
reasonably.
Mine
I don't
feels
think it has
quite
to be perfect.
chunky.
No
eh.
lumps.
Okay.
No
Should I
lumps.
wait for him?
No, you shouldn't wait, Freida.
Oh.
Yes,
You'll be
you need-
waiting all day.
Wait, where? Where do I go?
You
The
should
microwave.
Microwave?
No, that microwave. That one. That one is a microwave oven.
I think I put too much liquids.
Yeah, how many minutes already?
I
Never
don't
mind lah,
know.
I wait for you. I wait for you. So while we are waiting for yours to put mine in, hey, I'm quite curious. So you join competitions. We haven't really asked you what kind of competitions do you join. So what kind of sports do you represent?
I'm a diver on the Singapore diving team.
Oh, so you wear the oxygen tank, then you go under the sea.
No.
Diver. No?
I'm a springboard and platform diver.
Oh, a springboard and platform. Oh, it's the kind that you jump in the cartoon show, then they dive into the water.
Yes.
And what kind of rates do you represent? Singles, solos, or like
I
team?
used to do synchro with other divers, but right now I'm focusing on individual for the Olympic qualifications.
Oh, but it's quite scary, right? I mean, I've been to some of the, sea, what do I call that? The water parks. And then they have maybe about this height to jump down for you. And it's really so scary. What are the circumstances that, especially at the start, do you go like,
Well, 10 meters is pretty high up, and
10 meters is 3 floors?
Yes.
10 meters height to dive. So how do you overcome that fear and what are some of the memorable incidents that happened?
I honestly, when I first started diving, I was pretty scared of heights, and I still am a little, but it gets easier the more I do it. When I first started off, I had teammates up there with me, so it wasn't too bad.
So
were
they
really,
go like, okay, jump. Ho! Do they do that? No.
No, but we would like dive together, and before I go, or like it would be nice to have someone up there to like talk to just
Oh.
before, so that I'm not like just thinking about it.
So they distract you from your fears. Oh, no, my turn. Wait, better stir a few more times so that mine comes out looking a bit nicer. Hers is clumpy. It's hot. Is it hot?
No.
Oh, your muffin looks not bad.
So, Freida, you want to turn it out upside down on a plate.
How do you set the timer?
There's a plate over
I
there,
just
Freida.
turned it.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were talking about overcoming fear by having a partner with you. So do you dive beginning with already stunts or do you dive like straight down?
Well, I do flips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you started off with flips already. And what are some of the memorable incidences that
Well, when I
happened?
first started off, of course, I did like a straight jump to get used to the height and like the easier dives. But then we learned how to do flips and stuff. And
So there are times where I jump and I go like that, flat like a prata.
that is not a very good sound.
Does it happen
Yeah.
to you too?
Oh yeah, like it's a learning process, I guess. But
Is it painful?
Oh,
Three
yeah.
floors high.
Oh yeah.
But so you all get better and better, and it reduces the the possibility of that kind of
Yeah,
jumps.
and of course we'll be adequately prepared and like trained before they actually send us up there to do the actual diving.
Wow, this is
So,
like Shaolin
yeah.
training, you know.
We have like harnesses.
Still strong, eh? Right, Ricco?
Yeah.
We should go diving together someday.
I feel like it's a bit undercooked.
Is it?
Oh, you feel that it's undercooked, huh?
Should I put it in more?
Can. After mine is out, I better go and turn more time on my one.
It might have been too much liquid, maybe.
Can bake a while more, don't worry.
You cook
Don't
it up a bit more, Freida, yeah. And what you can do is just, what I do is put the plate on top and then I turn it upside down. But if you just run a knife around the cup, it loosens it. And then you can just decorate it with a plop of jam and a little bit more cream.
Any competitions that you are, preparing for before the circuit breaker that has been affected? Ooh. Wow, mine smells good.
Is it undercooked? Ooh, I'll put mine more. Sorry, I forgot your question. What do you ask?
Oh! It dived out of the cup. See? This after more than 10 episodes of training, I do deserve my SSI apron. Isn't it? All right, what was my question? Also, were there any competitions
okay.
that, that was affected during your training? Or were you preparing for and it's affected because of the circuit breaker?
The Olympic qualifications was actually supposed to be in April. So I was training for that, but due to the COVID situation, it got pushed back to next year in February.
Does it affect your physical training now that there's a short gap? Does it actually bring down your physical abilities when you go for the next qualifier because you don't get to train as hard and as much as you could before the circuit breaker?
I guess we are hoping that the situation would get better and that we'll be able to actually train before, since we have so much time. Nice.
Drizzle of cream, Ben, would be lovely.
Got cream, meh?
Yeah. No, the green one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Can we still preserve this?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you open this? Hey.
Need Olympic strength for that one.
How to open?
Oh, so it really wasn't easy to open, huh? Thank you. Let me give you
Yeah.
Mount Olympus.
Do we have whipped cream? Or ice cream?
So nice.
Very nice.
Because you cannot go for the Olympics trial for a short moment, I should dedicate this McMuffin with the name called Mount Olympus. Right? Looks like, right?
Yep.
A nice little mountain with a little bit of cloudiness, a
Looks
nice
like a
little ocean
volcano.
of drinks flowing right down. I got mine ready. So, does it worry you that the qualifiers are now postponed to a later stage with lesser trainings available to yourself?
I guess it doesn't worry me so much, but because I know that I would have like time to practice for it. But I'm just hoping that I would actually have time to practice for it, so that we're hoping that the pools would start opening up by June.
June or July,
then
but
I'll-
you're very dependent on the situation. And will you be training in Singapore or
Yeah, in Singapore.
will you be flying back?
I think for the summer I'll be training in Singapore since I'm
Already here.
Yeah, since I'm here. But I'm hoping to go back to the US in August to start my fall semester, unless they decide to do online for the whole fall semester. But they haven't confirmed anything yet, so.
Wow, so really there's a lot of changes when it comes to the sporting scene with the recent circuit breakers and measures that's been implemented. But most importantly, Ricco, this is Freida and Ben Logan's Mega Muffin. All right, so we're going to leave it over here. And of course, in a short moment's time, we're going to have a guest coming online to join us on the cooking segment. But Freida, thank you so much for joining us on day number 1. I know that, being an intern as a sport dietitian as an undergraduate that's studying overseas, but you're having to juggle your trainings, your tournaments, your competition with so much changes in the environment that are unpredictable. We really want to wish you good luck in the coming qualifiers that you're part of. Anything you want to say to the audience or viewers online with us?
I guess I want to say thank you for letting me come on this show, and I had a lot of fun. And I guess everybody should stay safe and experiment with recipes. Now is a great time to do it. And just stay safe and keep fit and healthy, I guess.
I think that's the most important message in every part of our show. Staying fit, keeping healthy, staying positive. So Freida, we're going to have your boss coming back to, try out the dishes. He will judge on who's the winner for this episode. And for the viewers in the house, remember to like, share, and comment. But most importantly, the dishes and the cleaning processes are all on the side over there. We're going to give you a walkthrough of the grounds, and I'll see you back when the results are out. All right, so stay tuned with us, and we're going to be back right after the break.
Step right up, draw the next card. You water the pipe, we're animals, so get along with everybody else. Is this ship sinking? I've been thinking. Are we sinking? I've been thinking. Been a little time to get along. A wake-up call, throw the next up. Be one of a kind, original. Don't be another sign of the times. Fight. Wanna know the secret? We get on. Wanna know the secret? We get on. Try to find the feeling we belong. It's all for one and all for fun.
It works. Recess time.
That's more like it.
Our recess call, where we are back in action for Wot'cha cooking with recipe number 3. So we had salmon as the first dish.
Yeah,
We had a
hoisin glazed salmon.
Hoisin glazed
Curly
salmon.
whirly veggies.
Yes.
A little citrus.
So we had actually some of the veggies that were taught how to peel in episode, I think,
Oh,
1
with
to
the
4.
yes,
you
with
know,
the ribbons,
peeler. Yes,
with
yes,
the
yes.
with the potato peeler.
So we actually, once in a while, will bring you back to the earlier episodes with the techniques that have been taught earlier on. And of course, now on the table over here, the dishes prepared by myself and Freida. All right, this is your McMuffins in a cup.
That was the mug muffins.
Yes.
Yes.
So-
Like a steamed pudding, really, and you serve with jam and cream.
Correct. So before we dive in to have a taste test and then you unveil the winner
Okay.
in the next episode,
Okay.
we want to take the chance to invite 2 really gorgeous people onto
Yeah.
this program. And of course, via our online interaction, instead of having 1 guest, this time around, we are having 2. And of course, to join us today, we have our national sailors, Cecilia and Kimberley. Hi, wave to the cam. Hi. Yeah, good to see you, you know. Ricco, you actually work with them, right?
Yeah, I see them about all the time. They're always in the gym training hard, lifting big heavy weights, getting really strong for their 49er FX boat.
Oh.
Olympic bound, Tokyo bound, these girls.
Oh, so they're actually, they have already qualified.
They have qualified, they are in.
Oh,
Some of the best sailors in the world right here with us now.
So it's great honor to be meeting the both of you, though not able to in person. But you know, tell us a little bit about yourself. Let's start with Cecilia. Tell us about what you actually do. How do you actually train, and what have you been up to this circuit breaker?
Well, we can't really go out of the house, so
Yeah.
we actually brought the gym home. So we brought weights and like kettlebells and certain dumbbells home to train. So that is what we've been doing, I think, because we have Joel and Reno from SSI that creates our plan for the whole circuit breaker. So basically what we do, or I do, is I have at least 2 sessions a day for 4 days in a week. And I do cardio and a weights program.
So,
So then
out of
cycling
curiosity,
and gym.
you were saying kettlebell, dumbbell. So is you know, training for sailors very upper body based, or is it actually evenly spread from head to toe?
It's quite evenly spread because we have to be running across the boat from side
Oh,
to
because
side
it's a-
because our
above
boat is a
and
bit
under.
different.
Because it's a 49er.
49er.
Let's move on to Kimberley over here since I'm talking about the 49er. Kimberley, good to see you. Tell us a little bit about the 49er. Is that your age?
I think no, not even half. I think.
I'm just joking.
I'm 23, so thereabout. Actually, I think it's easier if you see what we sail. It looks like this.
There you go.
Wow,
There's
that's a
2 of
49er.
us.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the 2
So
of you.
basically, Cecilia's the one up front,
They're
and
off
I'm the one more behind.
hanging
Oh,
off it.
wow. Because
Yeah.
it's such
so we
a
have like different roles on the boat, and then we have different things that we need to focus on. I'm the one steering. She's the one trimming the sails.
so when you sail, she will
um,
trim your hair.
No, trim the sails. Not
Oh, trim the
hair. Yeah, so for
like-
her, it's a bit more upper body dominant. Like it's really heavy stuff to trim because the sails are very, very heavy and hard to trim. Then mine is just more fine tuning, steering stuff. Yeah. So yeah, we have just been doing a lot of also analysis of our other races in the past and whatever videos we have to watch and to keep in touch with what we do on the boat, like footwork, how to turn the boat, different conditions, and keeping in touch with that also.
So do you actually rotate your roles, or it's very specific? She's streaming and you're steering, and it's always like that.
It's
or,
very
or once in a while
specific.
it switches.
You can't switch roles when sailing. Like the race is like that.
Oh yeah, but I mean on a training basis, do y'all like switch so that you understand each other's role positions and therefore be
Yeah, we-
able to
we
deliver
do it.
better?
We have tried, yeah. It's not
Oh.
as easy because it gets a bit funny. Like we cross and we fall, or we cross and we do different things. But yeah, it is interesting. You get to like better understand what her struggles are or what she needs help from. Then it's likewise. So you have a better understanding of how to help each other.
How long
We've
have you
been
both
sailing
been together?
Together for about 6 years.
6 years.
Already.
That's actually quite a long
Yeah.
time. Ricco, anything in particular about the ladies that you want to highlight to the viewers over here? What's special about them in your own opinion? Since you've been working with them over, quite some time by now.
It's pretty cool, you know, how they're so reliant on each other, isn't it? To be successful in the sport, it really is a team game.
The synergy-based
Yeah.
competition.
I was wondering actually if you had a favourite, because I don't see these girls very much. They're always you live most of the time in Europe, don't you? In Portugal, hardly ever in Singapore. Very well travelled sailors. I wondered if you had a favourite country in the world that you sailed in. Did you have a favourite?
Come on, I count to three. You say, I count to three. I see where it's the same. 1, 2, 3. Say.
Portugal.
Oh.
Isn't also that's where they train, and they like the place where they train. I thought 1, 2, 3. This is China, Korea, America.
Oh.
No.
What about Southern Hemisphere? Any favourites in the Southern Hemisphere?
Yeah, New Zealand is really
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
CC1.
now that is a
place.
trick question. That's a total Leo because that's where Ricco is from.
1 point
Have
to
to be
CC.
smart about answering these kind of questions.
Kimberley, no.
Okay, but you know, earlier on we actually had a MasterChef challenge and we had the muffin, so we're
Yeah.
gonna give Dr. Ricco a chance to give it a quick try.
Oh, you want me to try it?
Of course,
okay.
because this is a speed test, but the presentation obviously I won. The speed obviously I won. So the
It was
taste,
whose is whose?
you can see like it's quite obvious.
cannot
right?
Is it?
Yeah,
You made the big one.
of course.
It's lucky you got.
I made the big one. You see, it
It's
looks the
lucky
same.
you got the small piece of salmon
It's quite
then.
the same. Yeah? Oh, that's
Nice shape mug that you used. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you followed the instructions.
yes, it looks quite nice.
Yeah. Freida's one's a little smaller.
I think she's bite-sized, so naturally she built it according to
okay.
the size that she is.
Shall we try your one then?
Yes, let's hope it's moist. Oh,
So yeah, it's really like a
Oh.
steamed pudding.
It
and you
cuts
can
in
see,
nicely.
Oh, very nice and moist on the inside, right?
yeah.
Very good. And a little bit of jam on top. You can actually heat the jam in a frying pan, little splash of water, and it will just caramelize down.
Oh,
and let
so
the water evaporate and it'll go really sticky like a glaze.
Oh, like a glaze again.
Yeah.
It's like today's
sounds so
theme,
good.
right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we're gonna see.
Bon
what do we get.
appetito.
Do we get
ladies.
to try some?
Oh.
Cecilia just-
Oh, get out of here.
Whoa!
Oh, it's good.
So, ladies, you should watch the episode and try this at home because it's so simple. Tell us whether you like.
Oh, I
the
want you to
flavor.
try that now.
Post the
Clean
photo.
spoon. Just
Really?
give it a go. Yeah, you're going to love that.
I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna take the whole top,
Oh,
put it in sauce,
I tell
put
you,
it a lot of
Mike,
jam.
you're going to be making these all week at home.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
it's so moist.
Well, Freida's one's a little hard, huh?
Hmm.
Hang on a minute.
See, I've been training well.
Got through it, Freida.
Looks
It's
really
a
nice.
little more dense. The one.
It could be because she used
Yeah.
less
I
cream.
don't know,
you
she
cannot be.
eyeballed everything. I'm not sure.
yeah,
I
maybe-
like that confidence, though. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It should be a, I'd said a kinesthetic, experiential journey, right?
Yeah, but because I always eyeball all the time, so maybe I'm a little bit more precise. How is it?
Actually, it tastes really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tastes really good.
I
don't
prefer
want-
the texture of yours. I mean, you won out and out because you were faster.
Ricco, you
Yeah.
will announce. Why don't we just announce the winner this episode, lah? Huh? Since it's so obvious, right? We don't need to keep you in the waiting. So the winner of this episode is.
Ben!
So can I get my SSI apron back?
Yeah, you want it? Yeah. I don't know, I think Freida's taken off with that, actually.
No, but thank you, Freida. It's been great to have you on board. Luckily she dived in first because
Yeah.
she asked if she wanted to wait for me and she went ahead,
That's
right?
right.
And then I realized that the timing is a little bit short on the make and I had a perfect timing to make mine even better. And of course, perfect timing creates the best dish ever. And just like you're selling, ladies, is timing important to you?
very
That means everything.
Yeah,
Timing is
that means everything. We have stats. We have a lot of like timing based stuff. Like before we even start racing, we have a 5 minutes countdown to a start. So that's really important to hit the line exactly when it turns 0. And then we also have timing for maneuvers like decking or jibing. We have to be in sync with each other and it has to be good with the waves, for example. It can't be like
Oh.
any moment in time and then you just go, you know.
We're going to dive on into the third recipe for today. Ricco said that this is something that you all will really like, and this is something that you can bring back to your training grounds and prepare this at home. So we're going to make it easy. What's the dish coming up over here?
This is just a very simple dish: chicken, mango, lettuce cups, a little bit of hoisin sauce as well.
If you don't know what's a hoisin sauce, it's basically what we call a seafood sauce lah. Because it's called 海鲜酱. 海鲜酱, all right? So we have chicken breast. We have that little fluffy thing over there.
This is alfalfa sprouts.
Alfalfa sprouts.
Very nutrient dense, nutritious. Yeah,
What's it
lovely
good for?
and quite pretty. Yeah, lots of vitamins in there.
Inside there.
Yeah.
All right.
And just a cos lettuce, lovely mango. You can tell it's ready to go because you just press it. It's just a little soft.
Oh yes, it's slightly soft. So
Yeah.
is there a way to choose mangoes?
I often smell them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
can
should have a
smell
very
it?
strong fragrance.
Yeah, and I just touch it, and it should just give a little bit under the thumb.
You like mangoes,
Yeah.
ladies? Both of you? What's your favorite fruit? What's your favorite? Let's start with Cecilia.
Favorite fruit. I like to eat grapes.
Ooh. How about Kimberley?
I
Durian.
think it's quite hard to have a favorite fruit.
Oh, you eat everything.
I like
The
fruits
ma-
a lot, yeah. Oranges, mango, kiwi, anything. Love fruits.
Okay, let's dive on in. Let's
Okay.
see. Do we marinate the chicken breast then?
No,
No.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Uh-huh.
We're just going to cook it in the pan. A little bit of heat on the element, please, Ben.
Okay.
Back right,
Oops, sorry.
top one.
This one?
Top one.
The top, this one.
Yeah. I'm
let's
saying
bring it
number
up.
6. Yep, pan on. All right. A little bit of oil in the pan, please. Olive oil, if you will.
All right. So we use olive oil, ladies, because it's supposed to be the most healthy oil.
It's,
And it's great. You can even eat it raw.
An elixir of health. You
All
can.
right.
Do you know that in Italy, farmers have a slug of olive oil in the morning for good health?
They drink it?
Yep.
Really?
I'm going to slide you some salt.
Come.
Oh! Very good.
See this. And how do I open this cap?
Okay.
Just pop it out.
There you
Pull
are.
out,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know what salt you're using, that's why.
Would you ladies like to host a cooking show? We have a position opening up for a new host.
So do I sprinkle
You
this
try?
over the...
You
chicken?
can grind it on the chicken.
How much?
Grind.
Grind away.
As much.
That's a sailing term. Grind. That'll do.
Is that enough?
Yeah.
Ladies, now, with the circuit breaker, I assume you are back in Singapore, right? Or are you still
Yeah.
in Portugal? Because I can't see the background, over there. Are you back in
Back at
Singapore?
home.
Back at home.
Yeah, back home.
Singapore.
How do you actually communicate and train now that you're in separate households?
Oh, we actually have video call training with our gym trainer. Our SNC coach. SNC
Renault.
coach.
Shout out to Renault. Strength and conditioning.
Can you hear the sound of the sizzling?
Renault Joseph.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds really, really nice on set over here. And then you start to whiff. Even though is the chicken marinated?
No,
It's not? Wow. and
no,
it-
just treat it
With
simply.
salt.
with salt. Do you see
We
this
always
as an
see each other
opportunity to
every day.
basically allow you both to understand each other better now that you're forced to be away from each other? Or do you see it as an obstacle where it actually challenges the ability to understand each other better after the whole period? You're going to come back a little bit lost and less coordinated because you're so far apart for a while. What do you think?
Actually, I think time apart is actually good also. Like it helps you refresh. It takes you like to have a different perspective, and then when you come back, you're a bit more excited. And actually, we did a period of not sailing together for a while. We come back, we usually come back fresher, and we sail better. So it's actually good and bad.
Does it help by forging a stronger friendship, a stronger relationship between the two partners in the competition? It actually elevates the whole coordination and status of your delivery.
I think it makes the feeling on the boat much better. Like, for example, if we're really good friends, the mood on the boat will be lighter because then we also understand each other quite well.
Ah, fantastic.
So like if yeah, if someone's in bad mood, or maybe just something went wrong, or
Yeah.
we can talk about it, not just
True.
be angry and then I don't know,
It
not do
will be
anything about it.
obvious when you are upset, right, Cecilia? Because you are the one that takes care of the engine, so the boat naturally travels faster. Right? Okay, Ricco, you are actually slicing up the mangoes.
I am. This was the way I was taught to do it. It works really well. The hardest part actually is finding
The center.
Yeah, so you don't slice the stone. Yeah, and then I just get a blunt knife in case I go through the skin. I don't cut my
yourself.
hand.
Okay.
So this
A butter
this
knife
is
would be
really
good, right?
Yeah, this is fun for children to do as well. Yeah, and then you basically just make a little crisscross,
Ladies, do y'all cook regularly at home?
and then you just turn it upside down.
Just curious.
Now, yes.
Now, yes. Previously, no. So,
Previously,
Dr. Ricco, it's
Cecilia
just-
cooks, so I don't have to.
how do we know whether the chicken is good to go?
How do we know when the chicken is good to go?
When it
It
turns
says I'm
white.
good to go.
When it
Huh,
comes
ladies,
to
do you
the-
know? How do you recognize a piece of cooked chicken?
Poke it.
Is it true?
Poke
When the
it.
juices run
You cut
clear,
it open.
Also, when the juice on the pan is clear.
so you can poke it or cut it, yeah, and if the juice comes out all clear, then it's cooked.
Whoa! All right, the chicken smelling really good. Can you see, ladies? There's this nice smoky flavor to
Making
the
me hungry.
smell.
It's coming along, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you see? It's a
The
nice-
olive oil is starting to smoke a little bit as well.
So do we need more time? So I'm going to cover this
Yeah,
back.
it does need a little bit more. Now we're just going to make a really simple little condiment, a dipping sauce, right?
Okay.
The chicken's the only thing we cook with this.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's all ready. So this is our hoisin sauce.
Hoisin sauce.
How do you say hoisin?
Hoisin.
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 Hoisin sauce.
海鮮
Yeah, hoisin. And then we got the mango pip, and all I'm going to do
easily popping.
is just give it a little squeeze.
Oh, that's
often-
quite smart. You slice the sides, whatever is stuck in the middle, you use it to juice out the mango.
Yeah, so I'm
juice.
just adding a little bit of mango juice and a little bit
Wow.
of pulp.
Okay, I'm again celebrating somehow the flavor is hitting my palate. If you're on set, you can
Yeah.
actually just feel
It looks
you
nice,
know
eh?
yourself getting into the mood to try it out.
Can you stir it, Ben?
All right, I'm going to do a quick stir.
Yeah, give it a bit of a mix in.
So it's basically just hoisin sauce
Yep.
and mango juice. Let's spill a little bit.
Yeah, and we're just going to pop that into the
Oh, that's it?
bowl. Yep. Right.
Let's check on the chicken.
Yeah, let's check the chicken.
I poked it. It looks clear to me. But because it's such a huge piece, we're going to just cut it right in.
Yeah, it's a little bit pink in the middle, see?
Oh, so it's still cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, so when you cook a really thick slice of chicken breast, it's good to check by giving a quick slice thoroughly to make sure that it's fully cooked. So we are still mildly pink in the middle. And we're almost done. So when we are done, what do? We just put the piece of chicken onto the plate and voila, that's it.
Yep. We're just going to, once it's cooked, we're going to slice it up and just fan that out on the plate. And then we just make these lovely little parcels. Let's sort of speed it up a little bit.
Correct, it's almost done.
The ladies have a training session soon.
What do you want to say to the viewers who are watching the show, their perception, their perspective?
I think for me, I find the harder one is like getting injuries. I think for me, that's the one I find it hard to face. Because like normally when you do find discomfort or anything, you have the physio and sports medicine where you can go and get treatment and still keep training, you know? So the maintenance is there. But when you're at home and you don't really have that treatment, it's quite hard to keep training while trying to manage injuries. I think that's, for me, the challenge, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree on that part. So, you know, to our viewers out there, let's give our, sportsmen of Singapore our fullest 100% support and applaud for them every step of the way, even during the circuit breaker. And our dish is ready.
It's ready.
We want to take the chance to,
Yeah.
showcase to you ladies like this. All right.
Yeah. It's colourful, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So you get greens, you got meat, you got fruits.
So you just take your lettuce leaf,
Okay.
right? And you just take a nice piece of chicken in the middle, and you get a clean spoon, and you just pop a little bit of mango on top.
All right. So that
So
will
this
give you
is like your bread, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's a low-carb bread. This is awesome if you have really cool T-shirts and you want to look buff in them. Yeah.
So you cut out the carbo,
Yeah.
give yourself good protein, good vitamins.
Yeah. A little bit of this lovely mango
Oh, it looks really,
hoisin
really nice.
sauce, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then a little bit of our
Alfalfa. Sprouts.
alfalfa.
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 Yeah.
Alfalfa.
Alfalfa, like that.
Alfalfa.
Right, and you can just eat that. Yeah.
Well, okay, thank you, ladies. I know you're going to go for your training with who's that? Joel, is it? That segment, is it Renault or Joel?
Renault.
Oh, Renault. So you're going to
Yeah.
have a training session with Renault, so we're not going to hold you any longer. Thank you for coming on board our program today, sharing with us some of the difficulties, hardships, and experiences during the circuit breaker and as a sports person. We wish you luck on the coming Olympics in, I think it's 2021 now, right?
Absolutely.
All right, and let's say goodbye to our audience, Kimberley and Cecilia. I count to three, you all say bye-bye together. 1, 2, 3, say!
Bye.
All right, thank you.
See you, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, really nice people, isn't it?
Dynamic duo.
I can see
Yeah.
that joy and sparkle in your eyes when you actually speak to the athletes that you work with, and there's so much passion in their job, and they are training really, really so hard, and like they say, it's so painful
Yeah.
for the process, but people don't see it. And our role here, besides teaching you how to enjoy fantabulous dishes, is to also give you the opportunity to get to know some of the amazing athletes that we have in Singapore. And now is the favorite part of the program.
Is it?
All right, and that is to taste the food. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, remember to like, share, and
Comment.
all right, we are waiting for your comments all the time. Also, we will try our best to reply all your questions. And of course, we look forward to the coming episode of Wot'cha.
Cooking.